Good day, this is Nation Voice Tower. My name is Angelo, and this is your most preferred YouTube channel. How have we been? Hope we've been doing perfectly fine. Yes, we'll fix the country gradually, but not until we expose people like Festus Keyamu, Senior Advocate of Nigeria and Present Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development. Yes, this man has been in government for a long while now. Of course, he was once an EFCC prosecutor, and then he became, over time he metamorphosed into a minister under the former administration, and then he's still a minister now. All right. Now, Festus Keyamu has been called out for the wrong reasons during election periods, especially during this time, because due to his involvement in trying to probe or trying to, petition the EFCC and the DSS to arrest Atiku Abubakar, the presidential candidate of the PDP, in order for, according to him, in order for justice to be done, Atiku had to be probed because of the case involving the SPV, the Special Purpose Vehicles exposed by the erstwhile media aide of Atiku Abubakar, Michael Achimugu. He has also come on air to petition the DSS to quickly arrest the vice presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Dr. Baba Ahmed, over what he termed as alleged anti-democratic statements. All right. So Festus Keyamu over time has been, dangling between the good books and the bad books of Nigerians and other politicians alike. But this time around, we have a grip on one thing he has done that has caught up with him in recent times. It has been exposed how Festus Keyamu, the Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, allegedly duped a Pakistani ex-convict and drug lord of over $480,000 in 2019 in the biggest scam operation that has ever been known in the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission by any of their legal advisors. This particular scam is what has brought Festus Keyamu's name out in the mud, and this is what will finally make him run away from his position as a minister if not carefully treated. This man now allegedly has come for revenge, and this is the reason why I am bringing this expose, because Festus Keyamu needs to answer perfectly and accurately and accountably to the funds of this said Pakistani convict that wired $480,000 to him in exchange of extradition to the US, or in exchange of talking to people or putting in a good word for him in the Nigerian government for him to get a soft landing. But finally, he noticed that Festus Keyamu deceived him, and then other stories followed up. But I would have loved to divide this expose into two. The first part of it will be how Festus Keyamu defrauded this man, this Pakistani drug lord, of this amount of money. And the second part of the expose, which will come in another update, will be how this man has reacted to the scam, or the scam or the fraud that Festus Keyamu put him into, and how he intends to sort himself and Festus Keyamu out. That one is trending right now, so stay tuned. A convicted Pakistani drug baron, Muhammad Khalid Khan, has accused Nigeria's Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Festus Keyamu, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, of swindling from him over $480,000 in what he later found out to be a fox ploy to prevent his extradition to the United States for drug trafficking charges back in 2019. Mr. Khan, who spoke exclusively to one of our sources, has provided proof of wired funds in excess of $440,000 in Naira equivalent as of 2019 in over 10 tranches paid between 2nd February to 6th April 2019 to Festus Keyamu's chambers and in their Zenith Bank account in a botched deal to drop the charges against him and effect his release. A deal that was aimed at preventing his extradition to the United States for drug trafficking charges following his arrest and detention at the Kuje prison, where he was introduced to Keyamu by a highly connected inmate. Mr. Khan, who just completed a 4-year jail term in the United States after being released early, claimed to have been convinced by Keyamu to pay the said amount as it was intended to cover for bribes for certain members of the government and judiciary, including $120,000 supposedly for the Attorney General of the Federation at the time. Mr. Muhammad Khan firmly asserted that Keyamu never paid these bribes as agreed and has failed to refund the funds to him. Mr. Khan would later be extradited to the United States weeks later to face his charges, causing a huge scene at the Kuje prison on the day of his removal, screaming, "Tell Keyamu to pay back my money, he is a thief." Upon realizing that Keyamu had swindled him, according to eyewitnesses, including officers of the Kuje Correctional Center who pleaded to be anonymous due to one or two security issues, Mr. Muhammad Khan also revealed to our sources that he would arrive in Nigeria soon to initiate a legal action against the aviation minister. Alright, that was the expose there. Festus Keyamu over time has tried to be a very, very peaceful person in the political space. But you can't be a politician and be peaceful, especially in Nigeria, because you must have your name called out by Nigerians who are trying to hold you accountable, or by political opponents who feel that you should be restless because you are their opponent in politics. Alright, so Festus Keyamu needs to answer to this quickly because of not just the APC or Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinibu, but because of his name. He needs to clean his already soiled name from the public space, because if we can have Festus Keyamu answer to dirty allegations in Nigeria, then he should be able to clean his name from the international scene. This time around, this Pakistani drug lord Muhammad is actually so bitter about what Keyamu did to him. Muhammad Khan actually was calling out Keyamu's name while he was leaving the Kuje Correctional Center sometime in 2019 when he was being extradited to the US. Alright, but till date, Festus Keyamu has failed to reconcile transactions and refund his money. This goes further to tell you that Festus Keyamu is in trouble, because when you hear the part 2 of this expose, you will know in how much trouble Festus Keyamu has found himself. Alright. Secondly, now on the Godwin Emefiele case, Godwin Emefiele, the erstwhile governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, his case is supposed to be done and dusted. But according to one of the members of his council, talking about Barrister Maxwell Okpara thinks that Godwin Emefiele's case has been worsened. According to Maxwell Okpara, he feels that Emefiele's case is no longer a case of facing prosecution, but he feels Emefiele is now facing persecution instead of prosecution. Alright, and according to what Maxwell Okpara said in that interview, Godwin Emefiele has been witch hunted in this particular new government over time. Now, mind you, Godwin Emefiele, I beg your pardon, was released by the courts, okay, from prison, and asked to go home on bail of over 300 million naira, which his family are planning and trying their best to meet up with. But after his release, immediately there was a boss, a white missionary boss from the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, waiting secretly to pick him up and rearrest him. Please let us watch this video and listen to Maxwell Okpara, one of the members of the council to Godwin Emefiele, the suspended CBN governor.
Adeni now ordered EFCC to either arraign Emefiele or release Emefiele. So they finally brought Emefiele to court, and court granted him bail, pending when they will prefer the charge. While we are waiting for them, the 20 count charges now, they reduce it to 6. his plea was taken. Court now, his application for bail was made. Court now gave yesterday for ruling. And after everything, court now granted Emefiele bail on conditions as you can, that was stated. Now, after that ruling, counsel to Emefiele informed the court that look at the antecedent of our security agents, in this case DSSS and EFCC. We have seen a situation whereby after court released somebody on bail, they would arrest the person. So counsel representing a federal government undertook that nothing of such will happen. While the family members were in the court trying to perfect the bail condition, EFCC sent its operatives there in Kuje prison to lay ambush. Even as at 11 p.m. yesterday, I learned that they were still at Kuje prison, waiting for Emefiele to come out so that they will arrest him. Now, from all these things, are you prosecuting or you are persecuting? As we speak now, under the Constitution, Emefiele is presumed innocent. The law is on his own side. We have only one federal minister of justice. EFCC is under Minister of Justice. DSSS is under Minister of Justice. Police is under Minister of Justice. Code of Conduct and what to have, they are all under Minister of Justice. And Minister of Justice is the person prosecuting. And the bail is a temporary freedom. It's not a permanent freedom. So, assuming that you decided to duplicate the charges, to duplicate the investigation, police investigate this one, EFCC investigate this one, ICPC investigate this one, DSSS investigate this one. Now, if the DSSS feel that there is information they need from Emefiele, they will just invite Emefiele through his shorty. These are the most decent procedure of handling criminal trial. So as to tell the people that you don't have anything against him apart from investigating the matter. You have preferred a charge, you have your evidence, he will defend himself. If you prove your case, you go to prison. If you are unable to prove your case, court will discharge and acquit him. That is the position. So we are against all this persecution, trying to use detention to punish him. His family members will have beginning to give it another interpretation. Some persons from their place have started giving it another interpretation, saying that it is because some say that because he's from the south. This one says it's because he's a Christian. After all, here is his master, President Muhammad Buhari, who was giving him direct. A lot of issues, conspiracy theories here and there. So what we are now saying that the security agencies, especially EFCC, should act professionally in handling this matter.
All right. Well, Godwin Emefiele's case is way past what we have been thinking, and this witch hunt, I don't know when it is going to stop, but I hope that the law takes its course. I don't want to say much on this because Godwin Emefiele has laundered billions and trillions of Nigerian naira, and I don't want to take sides for now. But his being witch hunted is no more news. But those involved should please give him time to pay back all these funds, because according to sources, he has allegedly returned 4 trillion naira and still counting. So please, he should, since he has been granted bail in the whooping sum of 300 million, that is too much, but he should be allowed to settle down and answer to these allegations gradually. I think that will be the best, because that is how every political prisoner, especially the ones that come from the high tables, are being treated. All right. Now, finally, the Senate has constituted a committee that were actually asked to probe the irreconcilable transactions for refinery rehabilitations and renovations in the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation Limited, NNPCL. Now, the Senate has threatened, that particular committee has threatened to sack and jail the NNPCL General Managing Director, Mele Kyari, over some what they described as moribund refineries and also irreconcilable transactions for refinery rehabilitation and renovation. I think we are getting there. Please stay tuned for the spokesperson of this committee, otherwise called the chairman.
From 2010 to 8, over 12 billion naira, for 12 trillion naira cocaine has been spent based on our record. We also have over $592 million, 4.8 million euros, 4.8 million euros, and 3.4 million pounds spent between 2010 to 8 on the turnaround maintenance. Yet, none of these refineries is working. But one worrisome, like I did mention earlier, is the fact that between 2010 and 2020, the sum of 4.8 trillion naira was said to have been spent as operational expenses. How do you incur operational expenses that have to do with purchase of raw materials and similar expenses, or companies or factories that are moribund? How do you come about the operational expenses? We need to know. These are issues that Nigerians want to. They want solutions. They want solutions to all these leakages. We know they are leakages. Whether you accept it or not, they are leakages. And there are all forms of compromise within your various establishments. We know. I will not hesitate to escalate this matter to the highest possible level, including possibility of outright dismissal of some of the heads of these agencies, refund and dismissal, and possibly go to jail. That you have not even submitted the documents after about 2 weeks creates room for suspicion, because these are documents that should be ordinarily available. Record of expenses and expenditures over a XYZ period of days. We've asked for this information about almost getting to 3 weeks now, and the documents are not here. That in itself creates room for suspicion that you are hiding something, and that will make us to prove you further. Okay, 2 more people have come. Okay, while I was talking.
Right, welcome back. Those people in that committee there are not smiling. I hope that they carry out all those threats that the chairman was spitting from his speech, okay? Because what needs to be done to the NNPCL, this is just few days after I made the recommendation that the NNPCL should be cleansed, including the INEC, all right? And as if in answer to my prayers, the Senate committee are now doing what is supposed to be done. I hope they do it for real, and they don't make it to end up like a cameo or a make-believe. All right, thank you so much for staying this far. Please like, share our videos. Don't forget to drop a comment for us in the comment section. If you're watching me for the first time, please subscribe to this channel and tap the notification bell too, so that you'll be able to see me when I drop a new update. See you next time. Bye.